Hi, and welcome to another presentation from your business tutor, learning your way, anytime, anywhere. Producing quality products offers an organisation the opportunity to gain competitive advantage. Given this, many businesses have sought out ways to take their products to the next level as a way of attracting more customers. Let's look at those now by introducing today's presentation on advanced methods of quality. So what are we going to learn in this presentation? Well, we're going to find out about the advanced methods used to ensure quality. Okay, let's get started by asking, what is benchmarking? Benchmarking is a technique that improves quality by identifying and then implementing best practice measures across a business. How it works is that an organisation will spend time investigating its industry and its competitors to find out what techniques are being used to enhance quality. Based on this, a business will then identify those techniques which are more effective than their own and which, if adopted, would improve their performance. After this, the selected measures are researched in more detail to identify exactly how they work and how they could be applied so that the potential improvements in quality are achieved. Once this process is completed, a business will then implement the agreed measures across its business in order to improve quality. As can be seen, one of the big benefits of benchmarking is that by identifying the most effective measures in an industry, a business will always be at the front of the pack in terms of quality. Better yet, as the methods identified have a proven track record, a business knows that if they adopt them, that they will not only work, but will also improve their competitiveness. In fact, by copying techniques used by other organisations, a business saves itself time, as it doesn't have to develop its own measures, but also provides a business with a massive shortcut to raising its standards. Further still, because these techniques are tried and tested, it will be much easier to persuade employees to buy into their use, which means they are more likely to be accepted and have a positive effect. However, although the benefits of benchmarking are significant, especially if a business carries out the process regularly, it still needs to be remembered that issues can arise. For example, identifying best practice measures in an industry can be difficult and time-consuming, as competitors will be keen to keep what they are doing private, as it gives them an advantage. Moreover, even if a business does identify measures that could improve its performance, it will face further challenges to discover exactly how they work and how they are implemented to achieve success. This is a crucial point because if a technique is not properly executed, it will fail and may in fact have negative consequences for a business. And finally, even if a business identifies and works out exactly how to implement a measure, it may be the case that other factors prevent it. For example, a measure may be too costly to implement, or the reaction of staff to its introduction may be so negative that disruptive industrial action would result. Okay, let's now move on to look at what quality circles are. A quality circle is a technique that uses employee expertise to improve standards. How it works is that a group of employees, usually from a specific part of a production line, meet to discuss how they could improve quality, efficiency and waste. Should the group come up with any suggestions, these are then presented to management for approval and, if accepted, are implemented by the staff. A big advantage of this process is that it taps into the expertise of the employees actually working on the production line. This can be really useful because often staff know exactly how tasks should be carried out more effectively to improve quality. As such, by giving employees responsibility for this, some fantastic ideas can be generated. But even more than that, because staff will feel their viewpoints are valued, it will motivate them also. Further still, because the responsibility for implementing an idea is passed back to employees after management approval, it means there is a very high chance it will be done effectively, as staff will be energised and committed, as it is their suggestion being implemented. And of course, as quality circles involve staff working more closely with each other and management, it means communication and employee relations will be better throughout a business. This can be a big positive because it won't just create a stronger culture, but also will make staff more loyal to the business. However, quality circles can have issues. For example, staff will need time away from the production line to meet up, which could have a negative consequence on output. Moreover, although staff may come up with a good suggestion, it might be the case that their idea could negatively impact on other parts of the business without them realising. Now, if management identify this issue, the suggestion can be rejected before it is actioned. However, if they do not, it may cause a lot of disharmony across a business. In fact, even when the idea is rejected, it is really important that management do this delicately, because if they don't, staff from the quality circle may become demotivated as they feel their idea has been turned down without a good reason. And finally, as training is often given to those participating in quality circles so that they operate effectively, this means there is a cost in running them. Now, before moving on to our next measure, it is worth noting that although quality circles are used extensively in the manufacturing sector, that they can also be used in the service sector as well to improve service standards. Okay, let's now turn to ask, what is a mystery shopper? A mystery shopper is a technique that is used to evaluate the quality of service a business offers from a customer's perspective. How it works is a business employs a specialist market research firm to undertake an assessment of their service in store, over the phone and online, in order to evaluate how customers are treated in certain circumstances and scenarios. For example, a researcher may call the business to check how long it takes for the phone to be answered, or alternatively may go into store with a complaint to see how effectively it is dealt with. From here, and based on the interactions the researchers have had, a report will be written which is then presented to the business, outlining where service was strong and where it was weak, but also suggestions for improvement. As you might expect, a big advantage of using mystery shoppers is that because the market research firm is independent of the business, that the report will not be biased. Better yet, and because the report is based on real experiences, it will contain invaluable information on how a business can improve, especially as the research will also provide suggestions for improvement. In fact, given many real customers just stop shopping with a business rather than complaining, getting feedback from a mystery shopper on what is going wrong could help prevent this loss of customers. However, although mystery shoppers can be useful, it should be noted that there is a cost in using them. Moreover, as the report provided is only based on a few interactions, it may not be fully representative of the service provided by the business, especially if the researchers have focused too heavily on one particular element that was poor, or one employee who was ineffective. And finally, staff can feel spied upon if mystery shoppers are used, and can become disgruntled if they feel the feedback received was unjustified. Okay, let's now turn to our final method by asking, what is quality management? Quality management, or total quality management, combines a number of the measures we have looked at previously into a single system focused on creating high quality, error-free products centred around meeting consumer needs fully. For example, quality management involves the use of techniques such as quality circles, quality inputs and regular inspections so that the manufacturing processes used to make a product work efficiently and in a coordinated fashion to produce great products. However, and you may already have come to this conclusion, for quality management to operate successfully, it requires staff to be totally committed to excellence and to the Kaizen philosophy of continual improvement, as this is the only way the aim of producing a perfect product will be achieved. What this all shows, and this is a key point, is that quality doesn't just happen. It requires an organisation to bring together a range of factors in a coordinated fashion with the sole purpose of meeting customers' needs. A big advantage of this method is that the standard of the product manufactured is of the highest calibre, meaning it will result in excellent levels of customer satisfaction. Moreover, and because of this, a business will be able to charge a higher price for its product, as it is the best on the market. Better yet, because quality management involves using the best machinery, highly trained staff and regular inspections, it means few mistakes are made, resulting in levels of waste being minimised, which reduces a business's costs. However, perhaps the biggest advantage of this method is the culture of improvement it fosters, in that this not only motivates staff to do their best as they know their actions make a difference, but also that a business never rests on its laurels. This is really important because if a business is to stay ahead of its competitors and continue to meet customers' needs, it must always improve. Nevertheless, although following a quality management approach does mean a business can apply for internationally recognised quality standards such as ISO 9000, there can be problems with its use. For example, recruiting the best staff, regularly training them, purchasing the best machinery and raw materials all cost money, which means quality management is expensive to use. Now, this is all well and good if a business can pass on these costs to customers in higher prices. However, if the target market is price conscious, this may not be possible, meaning quality management would be inappropriate. And of course, implementing and managing quality management, as you might expect, is not a simple task. For example, a number of different quality processes have to be organised and coordinated so the system operates smoothly. But also, getting staff to fully buy into and commit to such a system will be challenging. As such, if this does not occur, quality management will fail. Okay, so what did we learn in this presentation? Well, we investigated the advanced methods used to ensure quality. There is no doubt that there is room in the market for businesses that focus on making and selling quality products. However, to believe that quality in itself will sell a product would be a mistake. This is why when selecting a method to ensure quality, a business must always be aware of who its target customers are. In that, if they are price conscious, a business may look to a method that is cheap to implement and use. Whereas, if quality is their main concern, a more comprehensive method would be more appropriate.